Governor Leary joins me in the studio. Welcome to the show, Kevin. Nice to have you here. If the MPs today were the Sharks, how did you pitch them as a possible leader?
I talked about fact. You know, I think this whole upcoming election, and I'm not even calling it an election, I'm calling it an exorcism, because this country has been affected in a way that is so damaging and is going to cause so much pain and make us so uncompetitive that multiple generations ahead are going to feel the effect of this. And, you know, I'm looking at it as a concerned Canadian, one that wants to see this country be very competitive, and I'm in shock. And so that's why I'm so motivated to start calling this out. We need to be honest with each other. You know, I'm not a politician. I don't owe anybody anything. I'm looking at this saying, we need more transparency from this government. We need more efficiency. We need more productivity. We've got none of that. We just have spending and debt. And here's the real thing that everybody should think about. And this doesn't matter what party you're in. Canada doesn't work at 0.9% GDP growth. We can't support our educational mandates. We can't support our healthcare mandates. We can't support the social net we've promised every Canadian alive today and one alive that's going to be born. It doesn't work. We need to get back to 3%. And everything we're doing, everything, and I spoke about this today because that's really what this whole thing's about, is making sure that we'll never get back to 3%. We're making ourselves so uncompetitive that no one wants to invest in this country anymore. At the provincial level, the disaster in Calgary, the whole problem in Alberta regarding attracting capital. We got Rachel Notley there. Look what happened in Ontario with Kathleen Wynne. Our biggest manufacturing base falling apart. And now, our own worst enemy is our surfer dude prime minister. This guy's never read a balance sheet. He's never held a job. I don't mean disrespect. He is a fine surfer dude, but this is not an excellent adventure. This is Canada. We're a business too.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what this was all about. I mean, you had a lunch with MPs, you're hiring staff. When's this dance of 1,000 veils end and the suspense goes over and you jump in?
It's a great question, and let me be transparent about it. We've got 14 candidates in the race. I don't want to beat up my fellow Conservatives. Why do I want to do that? My beef is with three individuals that are running this country right now. Trudeau, Morneau, and that elusive person behind the curtain that I want to shine the light of transparency on, Gerald Butts. It seems to me that Butts is putting a lot of policy out that if you looked historically at his mandates, he's bankrupt Ontario under McGuinty. He's doing the same thing in Ottawa today. Come out wherever you are, stand in the sunshine, let me give you all the credit you deserve, Mr. Butts, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to force everybody to get to know this man because he deserves the credit. If he's going to save this country with those policies, why shouldn't he shine in the sunlight? Unless there's a reason he won't come out in the sun.
All right, let's assume you can't be transparent on this till after the French language debate in January 17th, because let's face it, your French, probably like my French, not very good. Do you commit here and now to learn French if you become leader? Do you think you need to have French to be a viable prime minister in this country?
I was born in Montreal. I honor the fact that we are multicultural and we enjoy and have the benefit of two languages that are official in this country. And of course I'll attempt to learn how to speak French. But let me point something out to you. The generation that's been abandoned by the Trudeau government, and it's been very painfully obvious recently, are those 18 to 35-year-olds. In order for the Conservative Party to win a majority mandate again, I have to bring 60% of these people back into the fold. This is what I have as a unique attribute, should I elect to jump into this election. They all know me. I am their advocate. I am all about entrepreneurialism. These are the people, these are the Canadians that want to start businesses, that want the environment to help them be successful. They want jobs. The reason they're living in their parents' basements now, that's Butts, that's Trudeau, that's Morneau. They have failed them. 0.9% GDP growth. There are no jobs. There's no wage inflation. And the value of your house, now that Morneau is tinkering with that, if that actually gets affected, I can't even believe the political suicide that move is. He made a huge mistake. Huge mistake.
Coming up, you've got, there's a funding, I have to put a deposit down at the end of this month. Do you think you're going to see a cull of that 14?
Well,
and do you think it needs to be done?
Now you know why I'm waiting. I mean, I don't want to beat up my fellow Conservatives. I simply want to wait till the natural Darwinian forces of finance roll through their lines. We can't have 15, 16, 17 people in a debate. It makes no sense. You get 20-second sound bites. I'd like to get into this race after we're down to the last 3, 4, 5. Then we can all debate each other. And I think it's very important because we want the country to get involved in the conservative leadership race. We want them to be excited about it. We want to debate the ideas. We want to show what the different directions could be for this country versus the path we're on now. That's all part of a race for the alternate party. And I'd like to be part of that, obviously, but we got to wait. I mean, it's extraordinary. Let me point something out to you. I think we have what I call the Trudeau index. The reason there's so many people in this race for leadership of the Conservative Party is they smell the blood in the water. The kid is one and done. Trudeau is in and out of here so fast. He's the Kim Campbell of his generation.
Give me an answer in one number or less. What percent are you to declaring? How far along? 80% certain you're in? 90%? 20?
I'm in business. I don't like to waste my time. I've already invested heavily in getting the support, the infrastructure, the legal advice I need. I've been transparent about that. Everybody's asking me, why aren't you in now? I'm a strategist. I'm going to wait. Why would I want to? Let's ask ourselves, do I have a name recognition problem? Don't have that problem. Do I have a money problem? Don't have that problem. What I have as a problem is too many people in the race. Why don't I wait?
I've got a time problem. Our time is up. Thank you,
Thank
Kevin
you very
O'Leary.
much.
We'll talk to you when you enter, okay?
I appreciate that.